Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
News 6 tonight, the operation to protect pedestrians after too many deadly crashes and hit and runs. We told you about one just this weekend in Seminole County where a teenager ended up pinned under a truck.
So tonight, Orlando police show us exclusively how they're getting crime results. News 6's Eric Von Eichen is here with the special operation. And Eric, they're not just going after the drivers this time.
No, because many of the accidents we tell you about are drivers who veered off the road or just missed the people standing in the road, missed the light because they were on their phones. But too often police say if the people hit were just a little bit more careful, like this guy, maybe they wouldn't have been hit. Police blame both sides, so they're attacking this pedestrian safety problem from all sides.
This guy is the kind of pedestrian that police worry about. He doesn't push the button, he doesn't use the crosswalk, and he doesn't cross at the corner. He does exactly the opposite. Look, just hanging out there in the median until he can finally make it all the way across.
Come over here a second. And the reason why I'm stopping is because you violated, there's no pedestrian control device here to cross the road.
The man tells Sergeant Darren Dillon that he's late for work. The sergeant tells us he hears excuses all the time. From drivers, bike riders, and pedestrians.
We have a high pedestrian fatality rate when it comes to vehicle and pedestrian crashes.
The sergeant and his motorcycle unit are taking advantage of a high visibility pedestrian safety grant from Tallahassee, putting in overtime here at Orange and Michigan and other dangerous intersections around Orlando.
We're making the streets safer.
They're targeting everyone contributing to the problem.
Hey, you guys, say it.
Targeting pedestrians who don't know or care about crossing in a crosswalk or pushing the button that gives them more time to make it across.
Go down the crosswalk and use the crosswalk. I saw you kind of looking for traffic.
And targeting drivers who are distracted or careless.
They're not paying attention because they're distracted because either on the cell phone, texting, or something like that.
The ones who do follow the rules.
Thank you for pushing the button.
Get a free lunch, a gift card to Chick-fil-A.
Shop.
Crossing at a corner.
Late for work, your safety, $62. Things to think about.
That guy this time didn't get a ticket, but police say they've warned enough pedestrians and drivers now that they are handing out tickets. For drivers, if you drive through a crosswalk with a pedestrian in it,
Study: most ticketed pedestrians are innocent, only cited because cops don't know the law. A recent study found that hundreds of innocent pedestrians are paying the price after they were issued erroneous tickets for crossing the street improperly. By Rachel Blevins, December 27, 2017. A staggering majority of the pedestrians who received citations in Florida for crossing the street improperly were ticketed in error, according to a recent investigation, which revealed that an alarming number of Florida police officers don't seem to know the law and the citizens are the ones who are paying for it. Florida Statute 316.130(11) states that between adjacent intersections at which traffic control signals are in operation, pedestrians shall not cross at any place except in a marked crosswalk. While it may seem simple enough, an investigation looking at the citations issued in 4 major counties between 2012 and 2017 found that the officers involved routinely make mistakes. Advertisement. The summary of the study conducted by Times Union and ProPublica found that officers routinely write tickets for people crossing the street in places that are not in between intersections with traffic lights. Because of the errors made by police, innocent citizens were not only facing a simple fine for the citation, but they were also at risk of losing their driver's licenses and damaging their credit ratings. The erroneous tickets stretch across major counties in the state. The study found that 56% of the nearly 650 crosswalk tickets issued in Orange County were given in error. The number was even higher in Broward County at 70% of the 3,300 crosswalk tickets, and they reached a staggering high in Hillsborough County at 80% of the more than 500 crosswalk tickets. I think it's an absolute travesty that we have law enforcement that are giving out erroneous tickets, and don't have a firm grasp of the law. You should at least have an understanding of the statute that you're using to create consequences in people's lives, Melba Pearson, Deputy Director for the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida, told ProPublica. Read more. Drunken, violent cop arrested twice in 4 months. Keeps his job and gets paid vacation. The results of this study come 1 month after an investigation from the Times Union and ProPublica looking at hundreds of erroneous crosswalk tickets that had been issued in Duval County in recent years, revealed that although African Americans made up less than 1/4 of the population in several counties, they received nearly half of the crosswalk tickets. The examination of ticket data in Duval County showed that blacks were overrepresented in all categories of pedestrian tickets from jaywalking to walking on the wrong side of the road. The analysis of the crosswalk statute data shows that blacks were similarly overrepresented in all 4 counties examined. In Hillsborough, blacks make up 18% of the population, but received 43% of the bad tickets, according to our data analysis. In Orange County, where 23% of the population is black, blacks were issued 40% of the bad tickets. In Miami-Dade, black residents are 16% of the population, but received 29% of the flawed tickets. And in Broward, 61% of the bad tickets went to blacks, who make up just 30% of population. While some law enforcement agencies told ProPublica that their officers used crosswalk tickets as a way to stop and question people they suspected of criminal activity, it should also be noted that several of the officers who attempt to issue the tickets, or to find out more information about the individuals they believed were suspects, have also been accused on excessive force. The Free Thought Project has documented several of these cases, which include a man who was tackled to the ground and beaten by police in Millville, New Jersey, a man who was beaten, stripped naked and mocked by police in Del Paso Heights, California, and a teenager who was tackled and choked to the ground by police in Fresno, California. All of these cases have one thing in common: the safety of the subject who was allegedly crossing the street improperly was used as an excuse by officers who then threatened the subject's safety by using excessive force.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too, because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month. Oh my God! Yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.